Hey everyone, Dr. Elizabeth Rogers here. So, if you can't tell already, I really enjoy going live. I just feel most comfortable talking to you all and connecting with you this way because I'm all about just genuine heart to heart connections. And genuineness is one of my top values. So, I'd rather just be here, be real with you. And if that resonates with you, then you're definitely my people. So, I recently have been coming on here to talk to you more about creating optimal health and well being, which is what I'm really all about. What I really want to support you all in doing and what I'm here to do, how I'm here to serve, is to help you do the work to heal from the inside out so you can finally create optimal health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit. And definition of heal is different for everybody, right? Some of you are out there struggling with chronic symptoms, physical, mental, or emotional, or maybe a combination of the above. Some of you are just at a plateau where you feel like you're doing all the right things, but you don't necessarily feel your best. You know that something more is available to you, but you just don't know how to get from where you are to where you want to be. So, last week, at the end of the week, I shared my personal story, my why, about my recent, not my recent, but 16 years ago near death experience that really catapulted my journey to get to where I am today. And I want to share some more stories with you. I have so many, it's hard to just tell you one. Later this week, I am going to tell you some stories about someone that's near and dear to my heart, my mom, who is a not one, not two, not three, but six time stroke survivor. And I think her story will really resonate deeply with you and hit home on the importance of putting your health and well being first now before something catastrophic happens, before waiting for pain and suffering to happen. But today I want to tell you a story that just happened because a friend sent me a text earlier and shared this experience with me. And she was like, I know that this is you're going to get this. I can share this with you. So I want to share it with you too, because it's honestly beyond ridiculous. But a really good friend of mine, not going to give personal information, but a woman, probably like a lot of you watching in her mid 40s, just went for a regular checkup to a very mainstream, general practitioner, family doctor, internist, whatever your PCP, whatever your label is that you use for that sort of traditional physician. She went to this doctor simply because she's already healthy and well and identifies as that. She just simply wanted to see this type of doctor to continue to maintain her health and longevity. Nothing else. And she went into the doctor. Nurse comes in and asked her if she's currently taking any prescription medications, which to any of us who have been to a mainstream doctor, we all know that that's one of the general questions that you get asked. So, very typical. But she just simply answered the question no and got a crazy reaction. And the nurse said, "Wait, what? You're not taking any prescriptions? Wow." And she seemed to be fascinated by this. She couldn't believe that my friend's not taking any prescription medications. And she said, "Well, are there any prescriptions that you'd like to take and talk about taking today?" And my friend simply said, "No, thank you. I'm just here for a checkup. I feel good. I just haven't been to this kind of a doctor for, a couple of years. So I thought it was a good time to just come and get a checkup." And, you know, she just wanted to have her optimal health and well being supported. And again, the nurse made another comment and said, "I just can't believe you're not taking any prescription medications." Left the room, came back into the room and said, "Are you sure there aren't any problems that you'd like to talk about today? I just can't believe you're not taking any prescription medications." And my friend said, "No, I'm not having any problems. I'm not interested in any prescription medications. I would prefer to stay medication free." Okay. Then later, she was actually told that she is considered the dream client or dream patient because she's healthy, which is a great thing. Of course, she is the dream or ideal patient, right? Because we all want to look and feel our best. And so the doctor proceeded to start ordering her all kinds of tests, diagnostic tests. But she doesn't need a diagnosis. And I just want to emphasize that a diagnosis is not an answer. A diagnosis is a label. It's a label to describe the group of symptoms that you are experiencing. It's not an answer. A diagnosis is not an answer. And to be quite honest, from my personal and professional perspective, based on the way that I work with my clients, a diagnosis, while it can be helpful, it is certainly a piece of the puzzle that can help you start to take a deeper look at root causes that are contributing to that diagnosis and to all of the factors that are impacting that diagnosis, right? Because I can promise you that if you come to work with me, one of the first things I'll tell you, and I'll tell you this whether you work with me or not, is that there are rarely, if never, actually, I've never met a client who had just one root cause. We all have multiple root causes at play. There are physical root causes, and that's only one category of root causes. There are over 8 different categories of root causes, and physical causes like toxins and pathogens are only one of those categories. So there are a lot of different factors that contribute to you having some sort of diagnosis issue or to you just not feeling your best. And it's my job to figure it out. So I'm kind of like the Sherlock Holmes of health in that way. And you're going to hear me use that phrase a lot because that is really quite literally what I am. But anyway, my friend was ordered all these tests to look for a diagnosis when she wasn't there with any complaints. And that is just wild to me. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. This is how our mainstream system is designed. It's called the standard of care. There are a set of steps that they are required to take, a set of boxes they are required to check. And this is how they operate. So, if you're a woman out there who wants to be optimally healthy and well, there aren't a lot of places and spaces where you can just go and be supported in doing exactly that. And if you're someone who prioritizes your health and well-being like my clients and I do, and you want to up level your health to have more vitality, more longevity, better overall well-being so that you can feel your best at any age, then that system is certainly not designed for you. Now, I just want to emphasize that I'm never implying that you should not utilize the Western healthcare system. It has its time and its place, right? If it weren't for that system, I wouldn't have had my life saved 16 years ago. But it's not meant to be reliant on or dependent on, and it's not meant to take your power away. And the other important thing is that when you are labeled with a diagnosis by that system, your body starts to react and respond to what it's hearing. And here's why: because you are made up of energy. That's physics. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. You are made up of energy, everything down to the core of who you are. You are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And guess what? What holds you together, the space in between, is energy. And energy, our physical energy is actually the slowest form of energy. So when you're experiencing a physical or emotional symptom, that's actually the manifestation of something that happened much further back in time. Maybe not further back, but it started happening at the energetic level first. And your body responds to energy, which also comes in the form of thought, of words, of sound. And so if you receive a diagnosis and you decide to adopt that as your label, your body will quite literally, down to its cellular level, start to respond accordingly. And so part of what I'm here to do whenever we work together is to strip away those labels and figure out who you really are. So remember that. So to complete the story, it's just quite ridiculous that there is no place inside of our healthcare system where you can go get supported to just maintain optimal health and well-being, or to up level it and take yourself to an even better place, which is something that I think so many of us and so many of you listening desire to do. That's what I was constantly looking for. Over a decade after my near-death experience, I searched and I searched and I searched, but I just kept getting pieces of the puzzle, and I didn't want to feel like a broken puzzle anymore. I wanted to feel healthy, well, and whole. So, a crazy story, but I had to share it with you because it's just, there's so many more I can tell. But I don't want you to choose to stay trapped in a broken system and on that hamster wheel. If what you want is something more, if what you want is to create optimal health and well being, if what you desire is to finally look and feel your best at any age, that is always available to you. But it's not necessarily going to come from inside the mainstream system. That is one of the many reasons why I started my practice years ago, because women deserve to have a place to go, a space to go, to be supported in creating optimal health and well being, your greatest asset. So if you're out there, though, and you're not putting your health first, please know and please hear me when I say it doesn't mean you're selfish. Putting you first, putting your health first, is how everything else in your life will thrive. But when we put everything else first, it's when things start to go wrong. And that will be connected to the story I tell you about my mom later this week. So, to all of you amazing, sophisticated, successful women out there who I know are listening, who want optimal health and well being, who want to do the work to take personal responsibility for creating the health and life of your dreams, stick around. I've been working on something huge behind the scenes that I took some big steps forward with today. That's going to be an amazing way to give you long-term support in creating optimal health and well-being and on your journey, wherever you are, whatever stage and phase. So stick around. I'll keep telling you about that over the next couple of weeks. And I'm really, really excited about it. It's one of the things I'm proudest of that I've ever created for you. And it's going to be a way for me to help you create so much expansion in your life. And if you're out there and you're ready to do the work to heal from the inside out, so you can finally create optimal health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit, then it's time. And my 6-month program, Transform Your Health, is absolutely the perfect thing for you, especially if you've decided that 2023 is going to be the year that you finally put yourself and your health first. My 6-month program is an elite transformational health program for women who want to take personal responsibility for their health and well-being, so you can finally look and feel your best. Because the thing is, you don't need someone to help you heal. You can heal yourself, and it's actually simple, and I can show you how exactly to take the steps to transform and sustain that best health and life for yourself. Things we will not do in my 6-month program is waste time ordering expensive tests for you to do at home. What we also will not do is only talk about what to eat and what to avoid. We will talk about your lifestyle and your eating habits, but I have to tell you that all the green juice in the world ain't going to heal your soul. You're also not going to learn shortcuts that are not sustainable. And we're also not going to focus on your problems. We're not going to focus on your problems, because wherever your attention is where energy flows. So if we stay focused on your problems, then that's where the energy is going to flow. And that is the outcome that will continue to be perpetuated. And none of that's going to help. It never does. So real transformation is what we're going to focus on. So after my program, what you will know are the root causes of your health issues, physical and non-physical. And you'll become the very best version of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. You will start to attract better relationships, opportunities, and experiences. And along the way, you'll develop your intuition and learn how to trust it. And if this sounds like what you've been looking for, then send me a DM. Let's connect and let's figure out if we're a perfect fit for each other. In the meantime, I will be back to share a story with you about my amazing mom, who I'll bring on here at some point so you can meet the woman behind the story. And I think the story will really inspire you. I hope that you all have an absolutely amazing Monday. If you have questions, please drop them below, or again, send me a DM and let's connect. And I'm sending you just a big wave of love and of positive and healing energy today. I hope you can feel it, and I'll connect with you soon.